everyone, I'm back today with another video. This is going to be a bit different from what I have been doing so far. However, this is probably one of the most important videos that I'm going to do, and I wanted to share that with you. For those that don't know me, one thing that's really important to me is my faith in God. I thought I'd share with you how I came to Christ. So this probably starts back in 2006, 2005. I really thought I was a Christian. I honestly did. I was brought up in a Christian home, went to church with my parents, but after a while, obviously once I started getting my own personality and, you know, my own interests outside the church, I stopped going to church. Later, started going to uni. Now, for those that know that the uni life usually takes over, start doing this, start doing that, and that was more interesting to me than going to church. So, and it was fine. I didn't feel no need to go to church. You know, I knew God for myself. I'd been brought up in the church. I believed in God, not necessarily following, but that didn't really matter to me. I just thought, yeah, as long as I know God and I believed in Jesus, and I said that once in a while, that made me a true Christian. And no, I was wrong. Let's start with the day I realised that I wasn't a true Christian, or I wasn't a follower of Christ, was when one of my friends at uni, he came down to us, me and my other friend, sorry, and he was like, oh yeah, I was just with these girls, they're just talking about Christ, and they were talking about church and all this stuff, and I was like, hold on a minute, who are these girls that's taking my friend away and telling him about Christ? So I thought, do you know what, I said to him, the next time you go there, let me come, I want to hear what these girls have to say. Big mistake, not really, but so yeah, I went there. And the girls were so lovely. They were just talking about Christ and this and that, and I was like, oh my days, like there are girls that, you know, wear weave, wear makeup, and they love God. How does that work? Like, and they go to church. So, you know, from then me and these girls became friends, and one of them kept on inviting me to church, and I was like, yeah, I'll come, but I didn't. And then I think one day she just said, yeah, just come. And I thought, do you know what, let me go, let me see what this church is all about. Got to the church, and first of all, my pastor, Pastor Sue, she was beautiful. I thought, oh my gosh, she had the most amazing weave, her makeup was amazing, her clothes were like, I was like, what have I missed out on church? Like, how comes church is like this now? How long haven't I been going to church for? And to top it all off, the way she was speaking about the Bible, like everything she spoke about was from the Bible. She gave us scriptures. And the first sermon I heard was about, she gave an analogy of a football team. You know, one side was God's side and one side was the enemy side, Satan's side. And she said, you know, every time you sin, you're scoring a goal for the enemy side. And I was like, oh my days. Like, I've never heard a preaching that made so much sense to me. Like, I just thought, how many goals have I been scoring for the enemy? And he's just winning, like, yes, I've got her. So from then on, I just kept on going to the church, and week after week, I was just hearing preaching in such a different way, like scriptures that I've heard before, like Christian rhetoric has been explained in such simple terms that I could relate to in my life. And I thought, no way have I been living a lie. I've been telling myself I've been a Christian all this time, and I haven't been. And you know, I thought I didn't need to go to church because I had a relationship with God. No, I did not have a relationship with God because I did not spend any time with him. I did not speak to him. I did not read the Bible. I did not pray. I did not spend time with people that, you know, believed in God as well. So how did I have a relationship with him? It's like, you know, saying you've got a relationship with a guy or with a girl, but never talking to them, never seeing them, you know, never spending any time with them. How does that develop the relationship? It doesn't. So I thought, oh my gosh, like I really need to like be serious now. Like if I call myself a Christian, there's no point of saying I'm a Christian and not trying to follow it. It doesn't make any sense. So I gave my life to Christ. I got baptized, and that's where the journey began. And it all just started with me confessing that I believed that Christ was my Lord and Saviour. That's where it began. And because I just thought, you know, how am I gonna come? I'm like this, I do this, I'm not like, you know, my mindset's like this, I cuss, I do this, like how? And it just began with that simple confession, believing that Jesus Christ was my Lord and Saviour, and getting baptized. That is just where the journey began. And I was so happy that God was gracious enough to allow me to see the error of my ways, allow me to see that I was living a lie. Now, you know, the journey is still going on. It's not easy, but God makes it worthwhile, and I'm so proud to call myself a Christian. I'm so proud to say that I believe in God and I'm trying to follow him. Yes, I slip up here, yes, I slip up there, but God is a gracious God and he's a loving God. And, you know, seeing him as a father also has just changed the way I interact with him. So, you know, one thing I realised is that I didn't have to be perfect to come to him, because like we've probably heard before, it's a sick that need, you know, a doctor. It's a sinner that needs God. Do you know what I mean? And I just felt like the fact that I could come to him with all my burdens and all my problems and all my issues, and being able to say, Lord, I give this to you, and feeling free because I've left it with him and knowing that he's going to take care of it, that just, it's just amazing. And I really can't do anything without involving him, if that makes sense. I try to involve him in every area of my life. I'm still learning to surrender certain areas to him, but it's a journey and it's something that will be ongoing. But so far I'm so happy with, you know, where he's taken me from. I used to swear like no man's business, like you would never believe it, and now I detest hearing swearing. So it's been good. I just love God and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of my Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ, and that's my story. I hope that has enlightened you. If anyone has any questions, please leave it in the comments box. I'll be happy to respond. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and I shall see you next time.